Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. How are you? I know that at this point is only me and Nama. However, I know that in the future many other people will see. So hello, welcome everybody, and just know and trust that you'll receive all the energy, the good vibes that we have right now. And actually, I will start sharing something that before I started doing this, and before I'm recording this, I had the call in Romanian. And I have to confess that when I opened the Zoom, I wasn't feeling as energized as I feel right now. And this is because I was making some choices recently, even that I was aware of it. I was aware of what they will create. I chose to ignore it. And yesterday I suffered, and it was a choice. And actually, I'm telling you this because today we have day 3, where is all about inner self-talk and all the negative thoughts that we are saying in our mind and all the negative things that we are saying to ourselves. And I was looking at what I was experiencing yesterday, and I realized that I managed not to go into the judgment. Going into the judgment is one sign that you don't love yourself. And that's the worst one that you can choose or experience in your life. So what if you choose to be aware of what you're saying to yourself and just be able to catch if it is a judgment or it is only an acknowledgement or it's just an affirmation, not an affirmation, or it's just a statement that you're just saying, but you don't attach any emotion to it. And also the fact that I ignore my awareness and I chose to do something against my body's will, kind of, it is still connected to self-love. How much are you loving yourself? How much are you honoring yourself and your body? Do you do like me? Because I thought I love myself. I did this book, this process, I just ended before we started, because this is the way that this program get created. And I was sure I love myself, and still, it's still place to improve. It is still more to deepen. And are you willing to catch yourself into the trap of loving or tricking yourself that you're loving yourself? It is really important to acknowledge where you're at and be present and aware. And this day 3, is all about presence, is all about catching all this disempowering, bad, negative self-talk that you're having in your mind over and over again. And it is even a book. If you would hear what you are saying to yourself, you would be ashamed, because you will never speak with a person, a friend, a family member, whoever it is, even a stranger, you will never speak with him or her the same way that you speak with yourself. And today is all about catching yourself of what you're saying and how you're saying. And the challenge today is, whenever you say something negative, just look at it and choose to say a statement that is empowering, that is positive, that will create greater for you. So, for example, you say like, you cannot do nothing right. Just say, I am a capable person, I can handle anything. And all this kind of stuff. Like, what else do we say to ourselves? Oh, I'm so silly, I forgot to do this. I am smart and I can always, and I always remember to do the right thing. Okay, interesting point of view with the right thing, but you get the point. Like, I am having a very good memory and I always remember to do the things I have to do. What else can you say to yourself? How nice can you be to yourself? And just a short recap, we had day 1, loving yourself. Day 2, making the mirror be your best friend. And I'm curious, how is this journey for you? How is it, this partnership? Are you flirting? Are you still in the relationship like love-hate? How is it?
Oh, not love-hate. I'm actually starting to like what I'm doing. Like you saw on my posts, I put notes on every mirror that I have in the bedroom and in the shower room. And I didn't have much time yesterday because I had to go to work, but I was looking at those notes and I did catch the sentences and said it to myself. And actually, I did start writing something on journal during the night. It's not done yet, but somehow I started writing and I don't know, I wrote maybe 15 lines already. And if I didn't have to leave the shift, I might write more.
Congratulations for this process. I'm very proud to see that you're doing the work. And let's be honest, like if you wouldn't do it, you wouldn't benefit 100% from this journey, as nobody will gonna do it for you. You are the only one responsible to actually go and break those layers. And I'm kind of curious, how many layers do you think you kind of managed to break? Like in your friendship with the mirror, like while you've been there, like how deep could you go into your heart?
How deep?
Yes, like when you look into your mirror first time, did you felt as comfortable as you're feeling this morning? Did you felt you go deeper and deeper the more you would said it in the mirror? How was it?
At the beginning, it was a little bit strange. I looked at after I put the notes, and I took the pictures. I looked at the pictures and I said, okay, what am I going to do with it now? And then I decided to send it to you. And you suggested me to post it on the group. And I think it was a nice idea because I saw that people already watched it. And while I was preparing myself to go to work, I went from the bedroom to the bathroom and backwards and forwards, and the notes were jumping in front of my eyes. and I just read the sentences and I felt okay with it.
Yes. However,
I'm not feeling yet so much connected to it, but I felt okay with it.
okay. So anyway, it is a process. You have your own pace. Congratulations for all the steps that you did. That's amazing. Congratulations for the contribution you are for other people in the group as well, and for encourage them to do the same or to choose their own way to do it. And even Claudia said, you know what? I took my glasses off because I didn't want to have any barrier in between. So I took my glasses off and I was looking deeper and deeper into my eyes, and I realized that I have my mother's eyes. And the more like every day passes, I feel that I'm more connected with my mom, and I feel her in my heart. And I was like, wow, if you can feel this after 2 days of mirror work, how would you feel after 21 days? However, I challenge you to stay with the mirror and look deeper into your eyes and see how many layers you can break.
Okay.
That's a beautiful journey and I love it. And I'm so grateful for every single one of you that you chose to join me in this. Even if not all of you, your life here, you are already in this sacred space. You are in this vortex where we are choosing to put our love and gratitude on the table, and we have you here in our hearts, in our space. And even if these persons will never watch a session, they will receive from our love and gratitude. I can guarantee that. I can feel it already. And as I said yesterday, I can feel the space and the healing journey, and the feeling and the embodiment of this journey. I can already see it at the end of 21 days in every single one of you, that you're willing to do the work. And this is bringing me so much joy. Do you want to say something?
Actually, when I started writing whatever I wrote, when I started writing whatever I wrote during the night, I was surprised from myself, because these are things that I was not willing to bring up, and they came out, and I started writing them without fear and without, just like that.
Exactly.
And I felt good about it, for letting it out.
And it's only day 2 and today day 3, so you're just about to carry on with day 3, but just take a moment and acknowledge like how much you could get in 2 days. Imagine at the end of these 21 days, it is magical. And also I was speaking in Romanian call as well. The way of looking deeper, because there are multiple ways of going. There are multiple levels that we will uncover and reveal during these 21 days. And it is all about your commitment to do this, and how much healing can you get at the end of it by only by writing something in the journal, writing some feelings that you experienced as a child, as an adult, while you're married or not, or before marriage or after marriage, how it is for every single one of you. How many wounds are still there that you think you're done, and they still have like tiny roots or tiny dust, and still sometimes it's coming up to the surface. And if you choose to be honest and truthful to yourself, how much can you write? How much will you look into your heart and into your feelings and bring all on the paper? And how much can you clear from that? And also have in mind that this is only the first step, or maybe for you is the 10th step. I don't know. It is different for every single one of you. However, also being allowance that some things they may take time. So you may write something in the journal that was really, really painful and hurtful, and it may take 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, or maybe even 10. I'm working for 5 years with all my wounds and traumas. And yesterday I was speaking with a friend, and she said, like, I just had a panic attack, and I was facilitating her to kind of identify from where it's coming. And she shared with me from, like, I know from where it's coming. I ignored it. I thought it's healed. And just acknowledge yourself for the journey that you have done. And that's totally fine to have something left. So what if you don't have any expectation? If you can bring it on the table, write in the journal and get it cleared, great. How does it get even better than this? However, if it doesn't happen exactly like that, and you may expect like after 21 days, you don't have any wound on your heart, okay, it's totally fine and possible for that to happen as well. But if it doesn't happen, just acknowledge that is a journey. And I keep saying this, as really is all our life, all our years in this life, they are a journey. So the more you practice things like this, they will be, you're more skillful. You will react better in other challenging situations, but still a journey. However, it is a journey that you will make more ease, and you will bring more joy into your life. So again, congratulations for allowing yourself to look into your heart and to actually write down in your journal. And just to let you know, I mean, it's not just to let you know, but like some of you may know, some of you may not know that by writing it down, the brain is processing even more. Whenever you write something down, the brain is absorbing the information 10,000 times, I believe. You can Google it. It is a statistic about this, that whenever you write something down, the brain is perceiving it way deeper than just by saying it. What else? What else did you experience?
Well, this is more or less what happened to me during the night. At some point, I started thinking about everything and what we are doing, and it just came out, all the thoughts.
what else greater is possible, and how much lightness and easiness can you have in your life. And
this is why I like the night shifts, because I'm tired, and right now I'm in pains, but my head is sometimes
the connection is challenging right now.
gets so clear. My head, my brain gets sometimes very, very clear, and my thoughts are just jumping. Okay.
You were disconnected for a bit, so you were saying that you like the night shifts because you have time to think.
No, I don't have time to think, but sometimes during the night, at some point, my thoughts are, like jumping out of my head, and everything gets clear in my head, in my thoughts, I don't know how to explain.
That's okay. If it works for you, that's all it is. Like, it is all what you need. And one thing is that today we're challenging your thoughts. So today is all about analyzing and observing your thoughts and what you're saying to yourself. And if you catch it in a negative way, just shift it to a positive way. And also keep observing how you're feeling. Do you feel angry? Do you still feel silly, like looking into the mirror? It is okay. Like I realized that I'm doing it wherever. It doesn't mind. I mean, I don't care. I can be wherever. And I keep saying, and they just come like me, just like flashes. However, when you just go there like this, hi, and just look into your eyes and stay with that for a couple of minutes. Like in the morning when I wash my face, I was like, I barely couldn't see myself in the mirror. I was like, sorry, body, sorry, eyes. Like, I know, I understand you. Just what if you choose to play with it a bit more, even if you say the affirmation or not? What if you just kind of like fix yourself and like play with your eyes? Hi, eyes. Hi. Hi, you. Hi, Nama. And see how deep can you go. And this is valid for every single one of you. Like, play with that. You know, when I was in high school, I used to play a game with my colleagues who can look in each other's eye without blinking. So this is a good exercise for you with you to get a deeper connection into your heart.
Okay, I'm taking it into consideration.
And also, I would like all of you to, we have day 1 and day 2. So basically day 2 is a deepening of day 1. And I wanted to mute you so we have clear for those who will listen just the audio. I wanted kind of to be clear. So my point is, I would like you to take day 1 and day 2 affirmations, all that we said to ourselves. I love you. I'm willing to love to learn you. I am willing to learn to love you more. I love you. I really, really love you. Nama, I love you. I love you, Nama. And did you observe this? Like saying first, Nama, I love you, or name, I love you. I love you, and name, I love you, Nama. And then I love you, I really, really love you, and saying your name, and then switch, say your name, and then I love you, I really, really love you. I'm learning to love you. I'm really, really learning to love you. Depends where you're at. However, by the end of this journey, you should be comfortable to say, to love yourself. And you know, last night I was thinking, and I was reading on the cover of the book how and what skills we should have at the end of the day and at the end of the 21 days. Like, we should be able to let go our past, or at least some of it. For some of you to heal completely, it may take, I don't know, doing this book 20 times. I don't know. It depends how much you kept and you didn't look inside. It is for everyone different. And we should be able to let go our past, to build our self-esteem, to build our confidence, to release the anger. And you will gonna see in day 7 that day 7 is a recap for all the week. I think day 6 we have something about anger, and that's strong. And I remember that on my first day 7, the 6, okay, I will call it the anger day because I don't know exactly if it's 6 or not, and I don't want to give unreal information. So in that day I was like, but I don't have any anger in me. Like, I kind of cleared everything. And then 1 or 2 days later, something happened, and I was like, or I remembered about something, and I was like, yeah, I could have used that. It wasn't something that hurt me that deep, but it did piss me off. So just sit with it. If you feel you don't have nothing, sit through the day and thoughts will come to you. And every day, observe your feelings, thoughts, and emotions. How do you feel? Do you want to break my head, or do you feel comfortable? It's like, I don't want to see you today. Leave me alone. Get out of it. Like, why are you telling me things? Just observe. Observe and write down what you're feeling. You will be surprised how much will you bring up, let's say, and how much you're not aware of doing it. Honestly, like, you will not be, if you don't choose presence, it may be tricky to realize all the thoughts that you're giving to yourself. That's why we have the journaling. So when you will read in 3 weeks' time, you will be surprised what's there, truly. And how much this can contribute to your life just by writing it down. And exactly like Nama said, just have the clarity of what's there. And even what if by the end of this journey, you get out of it the things that you will choose to improve. If one thing you get out of this, how your life will gonna look like. And also, so one thing, taking day 1, day 2 affirmations, and with day 3 and so on and so forth, and saying it like, and by the end of this, we should have a list of affirmation. I even didn't create a list, though. I will create a list that I will put on the wall, and those will be my affirmations. I wrote them in the journal, but again, they are by days. And I would like to have a frame, like a list, and just frame it. I have photo paper, and I will put it there, and I will frame it, and I will put it on my wall. And those will be my list of affirmation that will, I already feel like I'm embodying all the affirmations, and I think I can show you a bit. All my mirrors, and it's not very clear, but my windows and mirrors, exactly like I showed you here, they are written with stuff. And I have on my window there, and all the bathroom, you know, I have in the bathroom the glass that moves and is like perfect. I have everything written. Like even now I have, you know, the water drops after they are kind of dry in the shower. I don't like it, but I don't want to wash it in, like, because I will one day at one point I will do that because I have to wash it nicely and remove all those marks and write it again. But everywhere in the house, like somebody came to me and was like, it's too much, I cannot see this. I was like, I love it. This is a reminding for me, a reminder to keep saying positive things, to focus on joy, to focus on happiness. For example, here, I started from here. So I have be happy for no reason. This is something that I'm seeking. Sometimes I had a moment at the beginning of the year where I was focusing on negative thoughts, exactly today's topic. I was doing only negative self-talk, and I was like, what the heck is wrong with me? Okay, enough is enough. And even what the heck is wrong with me is a negative thought. Nothing is wrong with me. I am whole. I am whole. I am happy. I am blessed, and I'm grateful for me. Okay, so you see, this is a way of catching yourself, like you're saying something negative to yourself. And I came home, I have a nearby green space where I go and walk and clear my mind and connect with nature and take energy from the nature. So I came in the house, took a lipstick, and I started writing. I'm asking for joy, ease, happiness, happy with no reason. I trust that the universe has my back. I know I am enough. And all these things, all the tools that I'm using, I have on that window Ho'oponopono. And I wanted to speak with you about Ho'oponopono as well. But first, I would like to draw your attention. If you could say all this affirmation that we have learned so far, I love you, I really, really love you, I'm willing to learn to love you even more, I'm willing to like you if you're still struggling with I love you affirmation. So I would like, and the ones that we will learn today, I'm capable, I'm smart, I'm whole, I'm healthy. You will find out in a couple of minutes, all of them, what they are. And what if you can say all this, that also you will create a list with, if you choose to. What if you say this once for yourself in the mirror and once for somebody else? And how I came to this? I came to this based on Ho'oponopono. Recently, I have a very deep, I chose to have a very deep journey with Ho'oponopono. So I'm playing quite a lot and I'm listening or saying it let's say, a significant numbers of times. And the one version that I have found, it is the one that, and I will share it with you very soon. It is the one that is actually leaving the ego on the side, not functioning from the ego. And even though it is hard for you to say or ask for forgiveness, so let's say you have somebody that you would like, they will come and ask you for forgiveness, but they will never do. They will be in that space that you know they will never do. And you kind of expect and hope for that person to still come and do that step. So Ho'oponopono, and I think what many people, they kind of miss about this tool is the creator of it said something like, even though it is hard for me to ask for forgiveness, I am the one that asking for XYZ person. So instead of you waiting for that person to come to ask you for forgiveness, you're saying, I'm the one, even though it's hard for me to ask for forgiveness, I'm the one that asked for forgiveness. And I'm saying the words of Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you, I thank you. And I forgive myself. Because I have studied with Joe Vitale, that he did some research on the Ho'oponopono meaning and vibration and all that creates in our lives. And he kind of get to the conclusion that this was unfinished unless you get to the point where you also forgive yourself. And this version that I found, I absolutely love it. It has a part where everywhere where I'm not happy of my present life, I say the Ho'oponopono words. I'm sorry, please forgive you. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I forgive myself. This is the version that I'm using. I'm choosing to forgive myself. And often I catch myself into the trap of, I don't have this, I don't have that, I want a new job, I want to build my business, I want. And it's kind of like that frustration that some things, you know, like you don't have it right now. You have the feeling that they will show up, but you don't have it here, and that kind of frustration with a bit of anger is coming out. And like, yeah, but if I feel like this, the law of attraction won't give me any of this until I don't release this. And when I discovered this, I felt like a soothing tool. I was doing Ho'oponopono before. I had it in my mirror bathroom since the beginning of the year, the previous year, since I moved in this house. However, I never felt it in all the molecules of my body like I'm feeling it right now. As I decided, sorry, bad word, and we'll speak about words that they have to be removed from our vocabulary as well. I chose to break the pattern of scarcity and that all my ancestors created. And every time when I'm practicing this tool, I feel like I'm breaking one layer and one layer and one layer. I will be the first one, I am the first one in my family, in my line, in my journey of relatives, let's say. I am the one that I am breaking the patterns, and I will create a different reality for the ones that will come. And yeah, this is part of my mission, to change the line and the path of my. Okay, so we have ancestors. What's the other word for the people, the new generation that will gonna come? Anyway, the new generation. You get the point. So quite few things to do. I know I said I will keep it short, but apparently I'm not. I apologize, and I'm not apologizing, because I also believe it is important for all these tools to be played with and deepen with, and kind of like break few layers if you're willing to commit to a better, greater life. I'm not saying that your life cannot be greater exactly the same way it is. If it works for you, that's totally fine. Don't blame me for anything. And it's just do what works for you, and remember that you always have choice. And this is something that is in today's writings in the book as well. So couple of things that are in the book for day 3 is removing some negative words, or words that will create more expectations, that actually being open to possibilities. So one of the words that you should put them book, and one of the words that you should cut from your list is should. So that's why I'm making fun, because maybe, anyway, interesting point of view. Perhaps I could have chosen a better word to introduce this. So we live our lives on shoulds, most of us. And if we're not living today on should, somewhere in the past, we were living on should. I should do this, I should behave, I should work, I should study, all this. Because different reason. Family, friends, parents, husband, boyfriend, whatever. Somebody at one point like, oh, I should cook today because I cannot stay without food in the house. My boyfriend is coming and I don't have nothing to give him, or my husband is, and he will make a scene about it. And one of the words that you could use to replace the should is could. I could do this, I could do that. I could cook something today, I could do my home play today, I could journal today. And they are, but you can replace it with how. However, we are using but for excuses quite a lot. I desire to do this, but I don't have time. I desire to do this, but I don't have money. And all this kind of stuff. What else? Try. I will try to do that. Doesn't exist try. You either do it or not do it. And what else? So one thing for today, it is learn about to redirect your thoughts. The negative one, try to, you see, I still have to improve myself. So clear the ones that are not serving you, replace it with the one that are serving you. And also be present when you create a negative thought with a positive one. See if you have any of this on the positive, like do you have should, could, try, but in this positive affirmation or not. And I'm not sure if it is a book about this, but is really important to be aware of what you're saying to yourself. Yeah, I think is in the same book that I've mentioned. If you would hear yourself talking, there are examples of negative thoughts and positive thoughts. There are a few suggestions on how we could flip it over. And then there are the new affirmation. So one affirmation for the day is, I release all the negative messages from the past. I live in the present moment. I release all the negative messages from the past. I live in the present moment. And day 3 exercise is pretty easy. First step, go in your bathroom and sit in front of the mirror or wherever you have a mirror. That's easy. Look into your eyes. I'm suggesting, if you think it's contribution, I'm suggesting to go and before you start saying all the affirmation, take 1 minute to connect with yourself, you with you. Connect with your eyes, connect with your heart, connect with your soul. And just see how it feels. And then start saying to yourself, I love you. I really, really love you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. You can play with it. It's not like only the ones that we have here. I truly desire to love you even more. I truly desire to embody the love of ourselves. You can even speak with your body and you can say, I love your body, by looking in the mirror. And you will see that there's a different connection with like looking into your eyes and also looking into the mirror and seeing your reflection and the shape of your body. And then step 3 is say an affirmation, and the affirmation is, whatever I say to myself, I say it with love. Whatever I am saying to myself, I'm saying it with love. What if we choose to function from this space? And be aware of what emotion are we giving to ourselves. And step 4, keep repeating it. Whatever I say to myself, I say it with love. And on step 5 is there any statement in your head as a child that still sticks? Like something that somebody said to you, negative thought, and still present even today? Okay, let me think one for myself. Kind of like, you're so messy. You never have a tidy room. And one thing that my mom used to say to me was, you cannot keep a pair of shoes for more than 3 months. I was always breaking the shoes. I don't know how, but I did. So this was something that, like, I remember when I was 6, I went and she asked me, like, she bought me a new pair of shoes, but because I had all these experiences from before, she asked me, do you like them? Are you sure you like them? Are you sure you want those? And you know, when you try a pair of shoes and they look nice, they seem nice, but after 1 week, you realize that they are too tiny or too fixed on your foot. That was me with that pair of shoes. And I didn't dare to say to my mom, you know, those shoes are too small. Couldn't say that. Okay, or maybe something like, you're stupid. This is self-negative thought. We're saying this to ourselves big time. So what if we could replace this? I'm smart, I'm capable, instead of you're stupid. Okay, you forgot something? That's totally fine. What if you replace it with, okay, I forgot this. I am whole and I'm unique, and I'm remembering to do this from now on. Or something else positive. I am not expert in affirmations or positive thoughts. This is something that just comes to me naturally. You can play with it. However, observe it. Not to have try, who should, these things that are also not creating. And whenever we say affirmation, we should say, I am, I have, I do. Not I will do, I will have. No, it has to be now. The universe doesn't know I will. Like if you say to the universe, I will, he will. Like give you in the future. You're projecting something for the future, and that future will never be until you don't say I am, I have, I even be, I be, I am present. Okay, and take the time to flip all this affirmation into something like, I am smart, I am more intelligent than I think, I am a genius with an abundance of creative ideas, I am a magnificent person, I am lovable, I am loving. So flip all the negative affirmations, statements, that thoughts that you're saying to yourself with something positive. And then from all this, choose 2 of them that they relate with you at the time where you're finding yourself, like right now. So I think I will use, I know for sure. So you see, think is another one. It is good to think in some situations, but not in something that it has to be done. This is the way I see it, because if I say I think I will use, yeah, it's still room for this. However, I know for sure that this is something that I'm asking right now to get more creative, to think more out of the box. And I will use this. I am a genius with an abundance of creative ideas. Tomorrow I let you know how this worked for me in the mirror. And I am a magnificent person. Yeah, I think I will deepen this too. And on the step 6, yeah, choose choose 1 or 2 of these affirmations and say it over and over again. Keep saying it until you get comfortable with it. Each time you pass a mirror or a reflection, keep saying these affirmations. And the power within you, the part that you, always remember that the power is within you. And for day 3 journaling exercise is to observe and catch yourself if you have any negative, if you said to somebody a negative story, if you went into the story of something negative. Write down how many times you repeated and how many people you told it to. Write down how many times you repeated and how many people you told it to. And then write down positive things about that situation that you can share with people the next day that will make them feel good and comfortable about themselves and everyone around them. And then write down the word should. Next to it, make a list with all the things you could use instead. You might start with I could instead of I should. And post several of the new positive affirmation you learned today on your mirror so you can practice them whenever you see them. So make a sticky note and place the new affirmations until you will embody them. You will need a reminder as well. And as a thought from the heart is you always have a choice. I always have a choice. So many of us, most of us have foolish ideas about who we are and many rigid rules about life should be lived. Let's remove the word should from our vocabulary ever. Should is a word that makes prisoners of us. Every time you use should, we are making ourselves wrong or someone else wrong. We are in effect saying not good enough. What can be dropped now from your should list? Replace the word should with the could. Could, it's letting you know that is room for possibilities and choices. We need to be aware that everything is a choice and choice is freedom. Everything that happens in our lives is done by choice. There is really nothing we have to do. We always have choice. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You always have choice to do it or not to do it. And if you get this, I always have choice, that's a great start. And let's dive into the meditation and carry on the day. And when I did the meditation in Romanian, my heart opened so much. It's like the moment I start the meditation, my heart is going wider and bigger, and it's like lighting up the room with shimmering, shining sparkles, I could say. That's the feeling that I have. So observe this as well. Observe how do you feel when you do this meditation. If you have the book, you can download the original ones. However, I perceive that the energy that we have created in this vortex is serving us as well. And let's dive in. I just play the music and let's start. Today's music is about heart chakra meditation. Heart chakra sound healing meditation. I love it. So take a deep breath. Yeah, your hand on your heart. Take a deep breath. You can close your eyes. And see yourself surrounded by love. See yourself happy and healthy and whole. See your life as you would like it to be. Include all the details. Be as detailed as you could be. Don't skip anything. How would you feel? What would you do? Where would you go? With whom will you spend the time? How that feels? Why do you want to do all these things? What is that life bringing to you? How is this serving you? Do you have people that are a huge contribution to yourself and to your life? Is this creating greater? Be present with all the things that are coming up. Be as detailed as you can be. And just know that you deserve it. Then take the love from your heart and let it begin to flow. Filling your body with healing energies. Let it flow all the way through your body, through your molecules, through your cells. Allow it to fill you up with all these healing energies. Let your love flow around the room and around the home until you are in an enormous circle of love. Do you feel the circle? Do you see it? Do you perceive it? You are surrounded by love. You are in an enormous circle of love. Feel the love circulating in that circle from your heart. From you, it goes out all around the room, all around the town, all around the country, all around the world, and is coming back to you. Love is the most powerful healing force there is. Let it through your body and allow it to wash it and fill it with love. More and more and more. Even more. Break one more layer and let the love go deeper and deeper and deeper into your heart. You are love. You are light. You are gratitude. We give thanks, and so it is. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. How does it get even better than this? And what else greater is possible? Let's carry on our day with this, from this space. Thank you so much for today. I will post the details in the group. Have a lovely day.